everyone, and welcome to the San Miguel Brief, a space for everyone and especially for our English speaking community. I'm Maria, and today we have important local updates from San Miguel. But as always, let's begin with exchange rate. The US dollar is currently priced at 60.93 pesos to buy and 70.676 pesos to sell. These figures may fluctuate through the day changes in global markets and local economic factors, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on updates. If you are planning to exchange money or make an international purchase, checking the last rate can help you to make a smarter financial decision. So we're always going to bring you the exchange rate and more because today we have a guest that you already know him, so this is really important if you are trying to make a purchase or maybe buy something that we're talking about, a home, a house, something like that way. So I hope that you've been prepared because during this episode you're going to watch our guest, and if you want to participate and bring something really interesting in the San Miguel Brief, remember that the only thing that you need to do is just send us a message to our WhatsApp that is all right now on the screen, that is 415-296-4668, and you send us a message, talk with us, and of course you could be here at the San Miguel Brief. But now let's take a look at the weather. Right now San Miguel have temperatures around 19 degrees, refreshing breeze moving through the city. It's one calm day with a beautiful sunshine, and it feels gently, and being outdoors is truly enjoyable. Looking ahead, tomorrow we expect a cool morning with temperatures dropping about 8 degrees before warming up to a pleasant of 19 degrees later in the day. It will feel a little crispy early on, so you may want to grab a light jacket. By the afternoon, conditions should be perfect for exploring and spending time outside. So, of course, I know that sometimes the weather is just kind of getting all the freeze in us that we are kind of scary, or maybe we just are so comfortable and we just look at our beds or maybe our couch and we are just like waiting the perfect movie to find on these platforms and just stay there with a blanket, with something comfy, and just have a cup of tea or maybe a coffee or maybe just popcorns and just start enjoying this weather, because I know that most of the time when it is kind of cold, we prefer just to be at ourselves in home, just with all the peace and calm and enjoying this weather. So tell us if you are like us, that you prefer this weather but whenever you are in your homes, because I know that sometimes whenever you are at the work with this weather, it's kind of tricky because you are feeling like, oh my god, maybe I want to sleep a little bit, or maybe I just want to go to my bed, or maybe a lot of things. But we want to know, what do you think about today's weather? Or you are just saying like, okay, you know what? I know that the weather and the temperature is always changing, but I love San Miguel in the weather that it has. If there is higher temperatures or low temperatures, I don't care because I enjoyed it anyway. So of course, we want to know that information, and maybe you could tell us what kind of team you are. If you are team hot or maybe team cold. And here, my biggest team of the San Miguel Brief. What team are you? Are cold or
Cold. Cold.
Oh my God!
Cold.
I don't even finish saying or hot, but they prefer cold. Personally, I kind of. Oh my God! Oh my god. No, I don't know, guys, but whenever I feel so cold, I don't want to go outside and I want to stay in my home. So that's why I kind of prefer and like more warm temperatures. But tell us, what do you think about it? And today we bring you the following news, and we have information segment because we are very happy today. San Miguel is celebrating, and it will remain a festive spirit through the day as we commemorate and celebrate the birth of Ignacio Allende, one of our founding fathers of independence.
Today we commemorate Ignacio Allende, one of the most important figures of the Mexican War of Independence. Ignacio Allende was born in San Miguel el Grande, today known as San Miguel de Allende. In 1769, he was a military man who played a key role on the fight for Mexican independence and worked closely with leaders such as Miguel Hidalgo. Beyond his military life, Allende also had a family life that less known. In 1802, he married María de la Luz Agustina Fuentes in Atotonilco, and together they have 3 children. Allende believed strongly in justice, equality, and freedom for New Spain. His courage and commitment made him one of the main leaders of the independence movement. Today, visitors can also learn more about his story through art. In el Centro Cultural El Nigromante, located downtown in San Miguel de Allende, there is a mural painted by David Alfaro Siqueiros that depicts important moments in the history of Ignacio Allende. Today, we remember Ignacio Allende not only as a soldier, but as a husband, a father, and a symbol of Mexico's fight for freedom.
So there you have this segment that it has a little about the history of our father of the independence, one of our father of the independence, Ignacio Allende, and some interesting that is really important is that we have this mural on the Centro Cultural El Nigromante. So there you can go and search for more information about him, or maybe just go and see different perspectives, because when we thought and when we trying to know a muralism, you trying to see like something really beautiful on the walls and in the floor even do, or maybe something that you just can go and stay there and watch. But this is something particularly new, because whenever you get into this room, you can totally find something that it's kind of tricky, something that is kind of unusual to see on other muralisms, because there is always like steps that you need to follow to watch different perspectives, and it's something that is magic. So I recommend it that if you are here, just go to these places, because this is just something that is still being like alive. Sometimes when we go to an art gallery or some place that has a lot of culture and art, you just stay there and watch, and it's kind of really beautiful things, but you are just admire those beautiful portraits or pieces, and that's everything. But in this mural, you can go in and be part of it. It is totally completely different to any other things. You can kind of, like I'm walking and then I'm kind of seeing like a circle over here and then a triangle and over, oh my God, I don't know. There is something beautiful. As you watch on the videos, wherever you're looking around is something magical, is something with a lot of history, with a lot of meaning. So it's something that you really need to watch and of course have this experience and a life. And now moving ahead, talking about this special day, I'm going to give you the scroll about the things that you could find in the events that it's going to happen at this date at the main garden. So right there, you are watching the video clips about some of the activities that we're having today. So I'm going to start. Well, at 9 of the morning, we have the civic ceremony at the Civic Plaza. At 11 a.m. it was the military parade from Seferino Park to the main garden. And from 6 p.m. we have a musical performance by the state band in the main garden spiel. And at 8:30 p.m. we have fireworks in a show in the main garden. So there you are watching over there how they are just preparing all the stage for the performance, for the fireworks, for just hearing this music. And oh my God, there are already people over there just waiting to have the best places. So I recommend you that if you are watching us right now, go at this moment at the main garden if you want to participate, or maybe just waiting here to continue with this episode, or maybe just when you are there, and I know that sometimes it's kind of boring just to wait, you could watch us at the same time at the main garden, and we are so close, guys. So this is all the crew that we have for today's events. I hope that if you're going there and if you want to participate, just have a nice time. Remember what this day is for, because Aranza was saying to us that most of the people, most of our visitors in residence, don't know what's going on or maybe why we are celebrating today. So of course there you have it. It's nothing just like a parade, and it's something like usual, because I know that San Miguel have a lot of things to offer and a lot of things and festivities all the time. But this is something really special because we're talking about our independence, and of course it's something really happy that make us feel proud that Ignacio Allende was born and lived here. Of course, that's why we are San Miguel de Allende, because if you put really attention on the last video, they were saying that we were called San Miguel el Grande. So in honor of him, that's why it changed the name. And yes, you can go in there, and most of the time we want to know more about the history, more about details, something that explains us a little bit of the roots of San Miguel. So today is just the special day for that. It's a special occasion. And in more news, I'm so happy for this because I love to do and give hugs, and that's why today is an International Hug Day. So we would like to remind everyone of this special day, because encourage you and spend time with your loved ones, give them a hug and enjoy being together. We also want to remind you that hugs are more of those special things we have, which is why there is a dedicate to honor them. So I really love to give hugs. I think that a hug is something really special, something that you could when you feel a hug from someone, especially if there is someone that you love, or your family or friend, you kind of feel everything without saying any words. So that's why it's magical, and that's why we have this video for you.
Hello everyone! Today we're celebrating a special day, International Hug Day. This day is celebrated every year of January 21st, and its main purpose is to remind us how powerful and simple hug can be. A hug may seem small, but it has a big impact in our emotions and our health. Hug helps to reduce stress, lower anxiety, and make us feel safe and connected. When we hug someone, our body releases a hormone called oxytocin, also known as the love hormone, which helps us to improve our mood and strengthens emotional bonds. International Hug Day was created to encourage people to show affection in a simple and serious way. In a world where we often busy, stressed, or glued to our phones, a hug reminds us to slow down and connect with the people around us. And the best part, hugs are free. They don't need words, and they can make someone's day better in just a few seconds. So today, don't be shy and hug your family, your friends, or someone who needs a little extra love, because sometimes a hug says more than 1,000 words.
I really hope that you like this video clip, because most of the time we're just passing into our lives and we don't pay attention with the people that is all around us. Sometimes we want to express our love or our good intentions with a lot of gifts, or maybe we just try to make something really special, something really extra, and we forgot that most of the times a hug can say 1,000 words, can say more than we can express, and of course it's something that we truly feel. So tell us if you really like to hug. Do you really want to have a lot of hugs of your family, or maybe you just like to prefer saying beautiful words, or it's not your style, but if it is, remember that it is a special day just for that, because we all know how it feels to have a good hug. And moving ahead, I was telling you, because today we have our special guest, that is Eric Cházaro, our real estate expert. Yes, I was forgetting that. Our real estate expert, and he's going to tell you all the details, important facts, and important information that you need to know if you're planning just to move here to San Miguel or make a big purchase. So I'm sure that it will be more than beautiful to hear and have this information with him. So hello, Eric, and welcome here to the San Miguel Brief.
Thanks so much, Maria, for having me again in your program this afternoon at the Brief of San Miguel de Allende. Today, at Mr. Allende's birthday, we had this huge celebration today in our downtown. It was quite a mess this afternoon, but here we are, and I want to talk to you about some facts and numbers, information that we have weekly at our association, at our real estate association, that, as you might know, it's called AMPI, which is the parallel to the NAR in the United States. Well, just brief numbers. We are at this moment 62 agencies in total in San Miguel de Allende that belong to AMPI. There might be more than that, but out of those 62 agencies, we have 70 brokers and 197 affiliates or agents. That makes a total of 267 members. And the numbers that we reported this week, because we have these weekly meetings, is that in this last week of January, from the 14th to the 21st, we had 5 properties under contract between all of us for a total volume of $4.309 million. In the same week, we reported 8 closings for a total volume of $4.6 million. And between all of us, the 267 agents, we got 20 exclusive listings. We only report exclusive listings, but those listings are for a total volume of $16.8 million. So that's those are the numbers of the real estate market in San Miguel de Allende. In future editions, I'm going to share with you some comparisons so we can start forming some statistics and compare if we had a good week compared to the last week, and of course how the months are going compared to the previous month or to the previous January in San Miguel de Allende. Today, I want to invite you to listen every Wednesday at 1 o'clock on Radio San Miguel. I'm having this radio program of half an hour that is actually online on the radio, and it's also on the social media of Radio San Miguel de Allende. We discuss real estate subjects, and for instance, last week's, and this program you can find on in Radio San Miguel social media, I had this special guest coming from Mexico City, who is the general director of this Mexican government institution that is in charge of managing all the properties that belong to the government of Mexico, to our country. Just to give you a fact, this institute takes care of 211 properties that belong to the federal government of Mexico in San Miguel de Allende, and out of those 211, 179 are churches. Isn't that a very incredible fact? Today, this noon at 1 o'clock, we had another special guest. We had Sonia Torres. Sonia Torres is the general director of our industrial park in San Miguel de Allende. So with her, we talked about the history of how industrial parks were born in Mexico about 30, almost 40 years ago, and how this industrial park that we have in San Miguel impacts the lives of thousands of young people in San Miguel de Allende who now have an opportunity to get a better job, to go and study abroad, and so on. So listen to Inmobiliariamente Radio every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and I'm going to be coming to the Brief San Miguel to be here with Maria at least once a week to talk to you about real estate. My name is Eric Cházaro. I'm the broker owner of Keller Williams in town, and it's a pleasure to be here with you, Maria.
Thank you very much, Eric. And yes, sometimes I heard that here in San Miguel, the real estate is always fluctuating and always changing. So it's kind of curious because I have the opportunity to talk with a good friend, and he was saying me that it's kind of like tricks and tips, and it is a whole new world if you are going to have or buy a new home, a new property here in San Miguel than in other places. So I hope you guys that if you are watching us and if you are really interested about this topic, about this theme, remember that we're going to have our special guest, Eric Cházaro, to give you more information and more details about this. So now, let's begin with our section of Heads Up.
Heads Up, this is World Around Town.
Hello guys, now we're going to continue with this section of Heads Up. I'm still very happy because now we have this beautiful background and it's something new. You already watched the background that we have with Eric, so I hope that you really like it. Comment down what do you think about it. And now let's get started with the first announce that we have for today, and it is the offered piece music for Jeffrey Steele at 12 p.m. at the Public Library every Thursday until June and February. So again, we're going to give you more events and public events, and we have movies reading clubs, talks, lectures, all about space. In March, take your little ones to a weekend full of astronomy. Who is in March 20 to 21 at the Public Library. So if you know somebody that is really interested in love with astronomy, this is your perfect opportunity to show this event for them. And now let's move on to another event that we have our make your calendars for January 3rd to February 13th of 2025 and get ready to experience the magic of Feria de la Candelaria. Follow us to more tips, guides, and event updates to make the most of your visit to San Miguel de Allende. So this will be at Seferino Park.
Heads Up, this is World Around Town.
So I hope that you like this because we have this incredible Feria de la Candelaria at the Seferino Parket. There you already watch this special days where we having this magnificent event because there are a lot of plants, a lot of trees, a lot of flowers, a lot of most things that are so beautiful. So if you're planning to plant something, to make something really special, to have a flower, I'm saying hey, goodbye. So there you have all these informations that you can go and buy something. And oh my God, I really love orchids. It's my favorite flower. So I hope that whenever I'm going there, I find a lot of orchids or maybe some new flower. Did you have a particularly favorite flower, guys?
¿Qué?
Okay. Do you like any flower? Tulips? The tulips? Roses? Lemon? Yes. Yes, there will be lemon trees. Lemon trees. And you, Carlita?
Todas esas.
All of them. All of them. Well, so I hope that whenever you go to these events, you buy a lot of things, and it's something really traditional here from San Miguel. And of course, you watch a lot of events that are passing into the public library. So I hope that you can go. And there, we were talking about astronomy. We were talking about a lot of special things. And yes, we were passing that there is a walkthrough. So of course, this is still being there, but now we want to give you more and different events. So if you want to participate and bring different events, you can just make it by send us a message to our WhatsApp 415-296-4668, when you can tell us your story, what's the thing that you want to make, why, and of course, what is your event. And that's the only thing that you need to do so your announce can appear into the San Miguel Brief. And now we are starting with national news. And Claudia Sheinbaum knocked outlet pressure from Donald Trump to send more Morena typical politicals to the United States.
La decisión que se toma en el Consejo Nacional de Seguridad se analiza y es una decisión que es, lo primero, conveniencia para México. Es importante para el país en términos de su seguridad nacional, en términos de la seguridad pública. Es decir, se pone primero a México, por encima de todo, aunque pidan lo que tengan que pedir. Es una decisión soberana y se analiza a partir de las consideraciones de la política de seguridad nacional, de protección de la soberanía, etcétera. Y sí es parte de fue a solicitud del Departamento de Justicia.
So now you have here response of Claudia Sheinbaum that she was talking about this topic, and I'm going to switch once again. Oh, yes, we did it. So she was talking about this topic that she's just assume all the responsibility and she's just working with this special response. So now we're talking about Emmanuel Macron's stat that Europe will not be intimidated and will not give in to pressure from Trump.
Continúan las actividades en el Foro Económico Mundial en Davos, Suiza. La disputa por Groenlandia ha marcado la agenda. El martes en el día 2 del foro, el presidente de Francia, Emmanuel Macron, dijo que Europa no se va a dejar intimidar ni cederá ante las presiones del presidente de Estados Unidos, Donald Trump. Aseguró que no aceptarán pasivamente la ley del más fuerte. Macron mandó un mensaje claro sobre unidad y resistencia europea en respuesta a la amenaza lanzada por el republicano de imponer aranceles a 8 países de la OTAN. Como les contamos aquí, varias naciones europeas mandaron tropas a Groenlandia por las reiteradas intenciones de Trump de apoderarse de la isla. Este miércoles, hace unos momentos, en el tercer día de actividades, habló el presidente estadounidense Donald Trump. Insistió en que va por Groenlandia, pero que no usará la fuerza. El republicano llegó esta mañana a Zúrich, pero tuvo que cambiar de avión. Resulta que este martes por la noche, el Air Force One presentó un problema eléctrico tras despegar rumbo a Davos. Tuvo que regresar a la base en Washington para cambiar de aeronave. Por cierto, también en Davos, los enviados de Rusia y Estados Unidos tuvieron una reunión. Kirill Dmitriev y Steve Witkoff hablaron sobre un tratado de paz entre Rusia y Ucrania. Ambos describieron la reunión como constructiva. Vamos a escuchar al presidente de Francia, Emmanuel Macron, y también al presidente Donald Trump sobre la disputa por Groenlandia.
We do believe that we need more growth, we need more stability in this world. But we do prefer respect to bullies, we do prefer science to plotism, and we do prefer rule of law to brutality.
And we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland, where we already had it as a trustee, but respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it back to them. We were a powerful force then, but we are a much more powerful force now.
So of course, it's something that it worries a lot of people, because we were just talking about Mexico and what Donald Trump was sending a lot of questions to Claudia Sheinbaum about have army here, or maybe make something really move that. But this is not just only for us. This is something that the Europe Union is just asking, and he is kind of worried once again. So it's something that Donald Trump is making not just for one country in special. It's making for a lot of countries all around the world. So it's something that it's kind of tricky for everyone, just how he will respond, how it's going to make another stop. So of course, it's kind of, what can I say, something unexpected, because sometimes he is just asking that I'm going to make this move, and I don't know what other countries, what other nations, he's just saying a lot of things. And Sheinbaum stated that the transfer of 37 emails to the United States was agreed upon during her phone call with Trump.
Pero eso sí, es que el presidente Trump, hago así esa cara porque así me los imagino, le ha de haber dicho a la presidenta que mandara a Cacle, ¿no? Como bueno, a ustedes no les tocó la pequeña Lulú, ¿no? Había una bruja, ¿no? De la pequeña Lulú que hacía Cacle, ¿verdad? Le ha de haber pedido a el político no sé cuánto. Bueno, pero lo repiten. Hoy lo vi otra vez en no sé cuántas columnas. Es que la presidenta está en un dilema, está entre la espada y la pared, porque le están pidiendo que envíe a no sé quién, a qué político de Morena. ¿De dónde tienen esa información? Ya están todos sacándome fotos con mis caras. ¿De dónde tienen esa información? ¿Quién se las dijo? ¿Cuál es su fuente? ¿Cómo, de dónde sacan tanta mentira?
So now we are just fighting with these social medias and all these networks that we have the accessibility just to comment, to make fake news, and just to start and saying a lot of things. So Claudia Sheinbaum was talking about this thing particularly, that she doesn't know where all these people take that information. But now it is kind of serious, and of course we totally understand, because with this affirmation that Donald Trump is making, of course anything that we watch on the social media at this moment can be possible. So that's why they asked her about this question, and she responded as this way. So there you have what she was talking. So now I'm going to close up this show, but not without least to seeing you at this point, because it's better. And we have lemons. So I hope that you liked today's episode. Remember that this was the 53 episode, so it's kind of exciting. We're just making it moving and give you updates, information, news, events, everything. We want to give you more and more every time. So I hope you like this episode, and of course, I hope to see you tomorrow with more news.